So this is day one and I've arrived at Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. This place was started in 2005 with just 6 rhinos, and to date there are now 36 Southern White Rhinos here, so it's a real conservation success story. So this is my guide Max. He's also a ranger here at the Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary, and we are off to find the Southern White Rhino. So join us as we go on an adventure to hopefully find them. I mean, I can't wait. Do you think we'll see them?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Come with us. Come on, Max. Let's go. Wow, this pile of dung is a real find. It might look like a load of shit, but actually it's a major communication center, not only to me to tell me I'm on the right path to find the Southern White Rhinos, but also to other rhinos. So females will drop their dung and then male rhinos will come along and sniff it, and from that it will be able to tell which females are in season, because the dung actually smells different for those that are in season and those that aren't, which is absolutely incredible. And another source of communication is the fact that male rhinos will drop their dung and then they will stomp their feet in it so that the scent is still on its feet, and then walk to mark their territory as a warning to other male rhinos to stay away who might want to encroach on their females. Because if he does, then he better be strong enough to fend him off, because it will be a major fight. And the other communication tool that this represents is if a young rhino gets separated from its mother. If a calf can't find her, then it can sniff the dung, find the most recent dung droppings, and then hopefully make its way back to its mother. So it serves many purposes and is not just a pile of shit. And this dung, I'm going to put my hand in it, which might seem gross, but it's not. It is really coarse, because rhinos are non-ruminants, which means they don't regurgitate their food another time. It just is eaten once and passes through, so it's full of grass and very coarse. So there's a lot of it too, because these creatures can consume 80 to 100 kg of food every single day, which produces these colossal droppings and dung balls, which can weigh up to 25 kilograms, which is really heavy, and that is one hell of a dump. So let's go, I'm on the right route. So we're trekking through the savannah and we've come across a sausage tree of all things, and yes, it really is called a sausage tree, and this is the sausage fruit. Now this is actually used by locals to treat dysentery and high blood pressure. So they cut the fruit down, cut it into pieces, boil it in water and then drink it. So it has medicinal purposes. Now in times gone by, in the eastern part of the country where black rhinos used to exist in Uganda, but they haven't done of course since 1983, then they are a fond lover of this fruit and they would eat it and of course disperse its seeds. But we're not going to see any black rhinos anywhere in Uganda, of course, because they are now wiped out. But we will see white rhinos, southern white rhinos, and they don't appreciate this fruit. So, oh well, it's good to look at and a great find. As you can see, it's quite swampy in this part of the savannah, and that's because the soil is a mixture of clay and loam, so the drainage is not great, which is why we might be getting in over our boots soon, but just have to take it very slowly in case there's some deep patches and it goes over my wellies, which I don't want to get my feet wet. There is so much to see along the way, and the vegetation tells a story of the animals of the savannah, past and present.
So the tree we are seeing, it's called Brussels palm tree. So it bears fruits which are yellowish whenever it gets ready. And where you will see a lot of Brussels palms existing, it reflects that long ago that used to be the corridor for the elephants, because the elephants are the major seed disperser for the Brussels palm. Because whenever they find that a Brussels palm fruit is ready, they will get under it, they put their trunk in the Brussels palm tree, they shake the tree. So all the fruits will get down, and whenever they will be eating, since the elephants have got incomplete digestive system, they will carry it, and whenever they are defecating, they will defecate the seed of the Bruch's palm, and whenever it rains, the fruits, the seed itself germinates, which will make more and more of the Bruch's palms to grow in an area. So if you go to areas like Makishon Fall National Game Park, you will find a lot of Bruch's palm tree. Kidepo Valley National Park, you'll find a lot of them. Reason being, that is an area where the elephants are existing up to date.
The Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary allows cattle and goats to graze on these grasslands to keep the grass short for the rhinos so they can all enjoy it together and browse in absolute unity. It's really lovely to see nature all working together. This cattle with the very long horns is called Ankole longhorn cattle, and they are very common here in Uganda, but really striking. We were getting close to where the rhinos were last spotted, so I made sure to stay behind my guide, but the anticipation was growing and I was so excited. So we found them. We've come across the Southern White Rhino in this Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary, and it's absolutely incredible. They are right there. There's a mother with the calf, there's a male, and then there's another subordinate male right by the tree. This is a real find, and it's so exciting to be able to track these rhino on foot and get so close to these majestic creatures. Absolutely insane. Ceratotherium simum, the Southern White Rhino, is right behind me. I cannot believe I am this close to them in the wild. That is wild. Absolutely incredible. They are majestic. And this is the only place in Uganda where you can see these endangered creatures in the wild, because these guys are really endangered. I think maybe I should move. White rhinoceros are grazers. Its wide, square upper lip is perfectly adapted for feeding on grass. The name of the white rhinoceros is derived from the Afrikaans word vid, describing its mouth meaning wide. However, early English settlers misinterpreted wide for white, hence how it is known today as the white rhinoceros. So, these are the guys that protect the Southern White Rhino here at Ziwa Rhino Sanctuary. They're doing an amazing job. There's 78 of these guys with security guards, and there's 2-meter electric fences all around the park so it can protect the rhinos from all predators, human and non-human. What's your name?
My name is Pius.
Pius. How long have you been here?
I've been here for the last 4 years.
4 years. What do you think?
I love it so much.
And how many rhinos have you seen in 4 years expand the population?
Well, so far as now we have 38.
38?
Yes.
And when you started, how many were there?
We had like 24.
24, wow. So
Yeah.
quite an increase in just 4 years.
Yes, because we're providing maximum security.
And hopefully the Southern White Rhino will then go into all the national parks in Uganda. I guess that's the ultimate goal, right?
Yeah. Definitely.
But you're doing a good job, guys. Boom, boom. Save the rhino! So although you could say this is a conservation success story, the history of rhino in Uganda is anything but. It's actually quite a bleak history, because black and northern white rhinos were indigenous to Uganda, but because of poaching, armed human conflict and habitat destruction, they were completely wiped out by 1983. Absolutely devastating. But as you can see, Uganda is well on its way to hopefully reintroducing its southern white rhino populations. So there is a bio-rescue project actually in place, because although the northern white rhino has now become functionally extinct because the last male northern white rhino died, called Sudan, in 2018. And so the bio-rescue project collects the oocytes, or immature egg cells, of the last two remaining northern white rhino females, Nyan and Fatu in Kenya, who are unable to reproduce, matures them in a lab, and fertilizes them with frozen and thawed sperm from deceased northern white rhino males. They have 22 embryos that are cryogenically frozen and will maybe be implanted into a southern white rhino as a surrogate. So they could be the mother surrogates of a whole new generation of northern white rhinos. It's amazing what science can do. So behind me, I have Peepo, who is a sub-adult male. He's 2 years old, and his name means Lord Increases, which is very unusual. Peepo was sent away by his mother when she was giving birth to a newborn calf, and he went on to become a member of this sub-adult group, formed of other rhinos in a similar situation. This allows them to all move as a group and offers them protection against breeding males. Breeding males are very territorial and very aggressive, so together they can make a stand and fight the males away. I mean, Peepo is right there. I mean, on camera it must look like I'm actually touching. That's incredible. That close. But I'm in safe hands with my ranger guide, as he knows all about the warning signs of rhino behavior.
White rhinos, if they want to attack you, they will not just run to you like that. They are, first of all of them will stop the activities that they are doing. They will stand and they point their ears on you. So the reason is that they first horns to hear where the predator or the enemy is coming from. So after seeing that there's really something coming, what they do, they will start coiling their tail. And when they see that there is still something, they will start now showing stamping on ground using their hind leg to show warning signs. And when they see that it is still there, they will start making steps. They make the first step ahead and backward, the second one, the third one, now they run towards you. That is why it is always very important for us in the field to keep on observing their behaviors. In case of anything like they're showing bad behaviors, we're able to know, and we're able to disappear away from their sight, since they have got naturally poor eyesight. And you can see where their eyes are positioned. Their eyes are positioned in either side of the head. They are not like ours, which are in front of the head. All right, so they've got good sense of smell and hearing.
In the early 20th century, there were about 500,000 rhinos in Asia and Africa, according to the World Wildlife Fund. However, by 1970, rhino numbers had plummeted to just 70,000, and today, only around 27,000 rhinos remain in the wild. So to be part of all this, even just raising awareness, wow, I couldn't ask for more.